Good day everyone. So I decided I'd buy myself this Dewalt combo kit here. This one's DCK283D2. My neighbor lent me his the impact driver, and I was using it for something specific, and I was really impressed with it. My normal drill that I had would not accomplish what this accomplished for me. I'll put a little clip in about what I was doing. Probably something that you don't normally do with an impact driver, but it worked so well that I thought, hey, maybe I should upgrade myself here. So anyways, that's the kit number. They say it's made in USA with global materials. I don't know. That's the best we can do. So anyways, what you get in the kit, you get the impact driver and the drill. 2 batteries. These are 2 amp hour batteries, or yeah, they are. And they come with little clips here. These, I'm not taking them out of the bag because there's a little screw in there. But when I do, they just attach on here, so you can hang them on your belt or something. So it comes with the batteries and this charger. So I'm just going to get some of this out of the way. No, I'm kind of like a person who just buys, well, you know, a drill is a drill. Right? A drill's a drill. So I can start off with a good comparison. Say we'll get into this one, the impact driver, in a second, because I did use one of these. Let's just show you. This is a typical, this is an 18 volt Black & Decker. Basic consumer model. Probably a lot of people have drills very similar to this. And it serves me well for basic things, and probably the average person, you'd be probably happy with it. But the battery does run out fairly quickly. I've done a lot of stuff with this drill. I'm not bashing the Black & Decker, but my point is I want to show you the differences between, you know, this Dewalt drill, and the actual drill is DCD791. So at first you think, well, a drill is a drill, but there are big differences. Let's talk about similarities first. They both have a setting on here where you can set it to, basically it's full power, like nothing's going to stop it. And then there's settings where there's a clutch, so you can adjust when you're screwing in things. If it's something gentle, you'd want to have it on a low setting so you don't drive a screw down too far into something. So that's something you just adjust once you figure out the right adjustment. If you're doing a lot of screw, like putting deck screws in, yeah, then you can get it set right so you can just not think about it and just screw the screws in. Then they'll sort of set into the wood at the right depth. So they both have that. Of course, they both have forward and reverse, variable speed. Okay, that's where everything changes. Because the Dewalt one, the first difference is this is an all steel chuck on it. Black & Decker is plastic. And you're thinking, well, it's not really a big deal. But what's interesting about how this chuck system works, on the Black & Decker, you have to use your hand. Say you put a bit in there or whatever you're using, you go to tighten it up, right? You have to have your hand here, and you have to turn as hard as you can to try to tighten that down. That's the only way to do it. You can't, if you turn it like this, it's just going to turn and you can't tighten it. With the Dewalt, what they've done, pretty interesting to me anyway. It's all steel, as I said. So if you put your bit in there and you're going to tighten it, you can have your hand here for leverage. It kind of has like a ratchet system in there, so as hard as you can turn it, you can tighten it up. So that is pretty cool, like one-handed. Well, it's not one-handed, but you know what I'm saying. You're not sitting there trying to struggle to tighten it. It's very positive. You tighten something in there and it's in there. There's no question about it. That's the first thing. Now, the next thing is this drill has 2 speeds on it. So one is for like a lower speed, lots of torque, and then if you set it to 2, then it's like a high-speed drill. Whereas the Black & Decker, it just has, I mean, it has 1 speed, the max speed, but it's just set like that. I mean, there's some variability in there. but it only goes so fast. Whereas this one, you can have 2 different settings, and away you go. The other thing is, what I really like about this, let's just put the battery on so I can show you. Battery size, big difference. This is lithium ion, this is just a standard, probably NiCads in there. This one lasts a lot longer. Although I haven't tested how long this one lasts, as I said, I used the impact driver, and for what I was doing, this thing would have not even accomplished the job for one thing, plus the battery would have been dead. The next thing I really like about these, which some people might not think about, has a built-in light, 2 brightness settings, a low and a high, and you can also set it to stay on for 20 minutes at that setting. Otherwise it will turn off in about 20 seconds. I can't tell you how handy it is to have a light on your drill shining onto the area that you're working on, because in low light situations you need that. Now, the other thing that I really like about it, now the Black & Decker, it's all plastic, whereas the Dewalt has a lot of rubberization, like it's grippier, it feels good in your hand. And they also put rubber on the sides, all around the top and stuff, so when you set it down, it kind of has some, whereas that one just, you know, I think it's just a good idea. That's all I'm trying to say. The other thing that I really like about this drill is the fact that it has, well, the clip that you can put on there. And now this I'm not sure about, but it looks like this is either for a strap or maybe for a hanging it on the wall system. I'm not sure, but that's a good idea. This is a brushless motor. So the difference between a brushless motor and one with brushes, these should last a lot longer, because with brushes there's little I don't know what the material is offhand, but anyways, there's sparks involved and the brushes have to do this contact thing. You get some spark in there. Now I don't know if this is, it's just my assumption though, if you're working in an environment that might have some explosive fumes and stuff, not that as the homeowner, normal homeowner would have like volatile fumes floating around the place, but in theory I don't think there's any spark in there, so that's a good thing. Plus they're supposed to last a lot longer and they have way more power. This Black & Decker drill, I can physically stop this drill from going at the full power setting, so I'll put it to maximum here so I can stop it, but it kind of hurts my hand. This one I tried to do the same thing, and all that happened is it you know, basically took my skin off and embedded it into this metal chuck, so it wasn't feeling very good, so I'm not going to do that again with this one. It feels good, and yeah. Okay, before I get rolling, again, it does come with this nice carrying case for the drill and impact driver, just so you know. Now, in my mind, if I could only buy one of these two, either the drill or the impact driver, I would buy this, hands down. You might need some attachments. I'll show you some attachments in a second, but as far as the quality goes, same as the drill, feels good. So this is the 20 volt max XR. The battery that it came with is the same. You can put the clip on. Everything's pretty similar. This one has 3 different settings. Actually, this one has setting 1 down here. It actually shows a little screw, so these do work really good for screwing in deck screws and stuff like that. It's no problem with that. What happens if you have like a really long, say you're putting in a really long screw, so with a normal drill, what's going to happen, the drill's going to work really hard and there's going to be a lot of torsion and you're really going to have to hold things hard. With the ratcheting or impact drill, it sort of takes care of that for you, because it screws normally at low speed. I can't really demo it here. You'll see it in the video, that little clip I have also. But then it goes into a sort of like a ratcheting mode where it starts impacting, like you'll hear it impacting and forcing something in. So it just keeps going and going. It's a pretty powerful little unit, but they're really a pain to screw in. So I have this ratcheting drill, or impact drill, and I don't know if you can do this at home or if you have a neighbor. My neighbor actually made me this socket here. So it has some grooves just cut in with a grinder, and this fits on top of the tie down. And well, this particular one, it goes from 1/4 to 1/2 inch. He had that end, so I'm borrowing that from him. But just I'm going to show you. If you've put in tie downs before, you know it's sometimes very hard. And probably if you had like an actual 1/2 inch impact driver, you'd be way ahead, because they're way more powerful. They're designed for stuff like this. So, but this one actually works. I'm gonna demo here. Hopefully I can hold this and show you. And there you have it. I mean, wow. So it does have the setting for putting in screws, and then it has some. It has a setting 2 and a 3. The 2 and the 3, basically it runs faster. Of course it's variable, but it's a higher speed. It's also a higher torque. I believe it goes up to at least 1,500 foot-pounds on 3. So you can use this. This is perfect for doing automotive stuff. And I'm going to show you with some of the attachments that I bought a few extra things. So really, that's where I'm going to go from there. And let me get some attachments here, and I'll just show you why I bought these attachments. I'll put a link for all this stuff down below, whatever you decide, or if you're interested, check them out. And okay, let me go get the attachments, and I'll just show you what I bought and why. So let's talk about some add-on items here. Just really quickly, going back here. Now with the drill, with the standard drill, I mean, if you're going to be using drill bits and stuff a lot, it's nice to have a drill because, of course, drill bits fit in here properly with that chuck. This style, this one, you would need an adapter. You can actually get drill bits that have a, I don't know the proper name for this end, but you can get ones that have this and then a drill bit, so it would fit in there fine and dandy. Of course, you could buy an external chuck that would accommodate one of these drill bits also for the impact driver. So just something to point out. I know I did recommend getting this if this is the only thing you can afford as opposed to a drill, but you're going to have to probably end up getting some extra things, so something to keep in mind. Now, the reason I like this one so much, now I bought a few things here. I'm not going to open all these up because it's repetitive, but this is like a 3/4 inch driver, a 1/2 inch, and a 1/4. So you're thinking, well, what are those good for? I'll show you in a second. I'm just going to demonstrate once I get through these all here. Because I bought those, and I bought this set here. I don't really need to show you these. This is a repeat of what I just showed you basically. But this one came with this angle sort of driver thing. That's going to be handy, so I'm going to leave this out. And then probably I would consider purchasing this one. Prices, these are only $10 for this. This setup was actually $20 for this stuff, and this was $20. This one has a lot of good stuff in it, and really I bought the other one because I wanted this. Let's get one of these open here. Show you what you can do with these and why it's important to probably purchase something like this. Whole bunch of different ends. especially if you're doing stuff in the garage. So this is like your, well, there's two different ones here. One's a longer one, one's a shorter one, but basically if you want to put on like a 1/2 inch socket, so you can go boom like that. So this big socket, hook that on, away you go. So it's pretty cool. That's the ratcheting sound. On the screw setting it was pretty gentle. Ratcheting. Yeah, that's some serious business going on there. So basically, all these attachments, they all serve a purpose. So this is for this size of socket. Here's a little 1/2 inch. So you'd want this one on there, right? And then of course if you have a smaller socket, if I have one here, little 1/4 inch one, you know, away you go. To get these off, you just push forward, pulls out. And then the other thing is that you can do combinations of this. If you're working and you don't, I don't know, there's many circumstances where, oh, let's pick one here. Let's just pick this normal size one here. And what you could do with that one in the kit, you could go from this size down to a little 1/4 and put on a socket. I mean, you kind of getting the idea, right? So there's stuff you can do. It just might be more convenient in many cases. And then the nice thing is this, because you're going to find at times, if I can get this out of the package, going to find at times you can't get in if you're in a confined area. Now this is supposed to be impact quality, but you could put this in and say hook up a socket. I mean, you can kind of understand what I'm saying here, like to get into a certain position or something, rather than having to go straight in. You can do some angle stuff. That's super handy. You can put a short one in here with a small socket. Oops. You know, that's why I got this. I would recommend getting that. I mean, I can't speak to the quality or if it's gonna blow up or something, or when or break. Could break easily, I don't know, but it's supposed to be impact quality. We'll see what happens. So those are sort of my initial things. Of course, you can just put any kind of bit in there. But again, if you want to use a standard drill bit that doesn't have that type of end on it, then you're going to have to get some sort of a chuck to put in there. That's all I can say about that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to put links in for all these items. If you're interested, check it out. I have no problem with this quality. This seems really, really good. I'm pretty impressed with how these things feel and how they perform. As I said, I used this one quite a bit for something that I was working on, and that's what kind of prompted me to say, you know what, I need to buy something better, because my other drill, it just would not do it. It would not work. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check down below for the description. Come back for more. Subscribe. And have a great day, of course. That's the important thing. No matter what, have a good day.